In a life-threatening situation, the average person's heartbeat can be upwards of 175 beats per minute. A well-trained tango is able to stay cool, keep calm. Their heart rates can be 70 to 100 beats per minute. But by the time I'm done, that number goes down to 0.
It's chasing Patton Braxton. I got my AR loaded, let's get to blasting. I'm on the flank, and you know I'm always pistol packing. Enemy on my 6, but my teammates never lacking. Got him with the headshot. Swapping mags, it's a podcast to make your head rock. Got him with the headshot. Swapping mags, it's the podcast to make your head rock.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. We have not had a podcast. Braxton, when's the last time we had a podcast?
It's been a while. I don't even know.
It's been a while,
been,
for sure.
Like, I don't know, a month?
Well, I made a single podcast about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Explaining.
It was like really short, right?
Yeah, it was really short, really sweet. Just explaining to people, that we've been gone. The reason this podcast took forever is because I tried to get everybody, and it's really hard to do that nowadays.
Yeah.
Even now, we don't have Patrick. But we should explain why Patrick isn't here.
He's dating his cousin.
That is true. He's going... This is real emotional for us.
Yeah.
Patrick was caught dating his cousin, and now he's in a legal battle with the state. So, we wish Patrick all the best. Hopefully everything
Good
works
luck.
out there.
I'm hoping he doesn't get charged.
Yeah. I mean...
I guess we'll find out next podcast.
We will definitely find out next podcast. But, Braxton, it is the Big Wind Bastion special.
Wind Bastion. You need to insert that.
No,
wherever.
Yeah, we'll just insert it throughout the podcast. So, Braxton.
I would like to defend myself on Nomad because I said she was going to be shit.
Mm-hmm.
And well, she's just not.
And she's not. Okay.
No, I think she's stupid good. So the way that her, little projectile things work,
mm-hmm.
I did not think they were going to work that way. I thought they were going to be more like ashes and not more of like a trip knot.
Right.
Where
Now,
I think mainly watching Ethan play is what made me think she was so good.
Right. Now, you gave Nomad like a real low score, right? Like a 2 or 3.
I said that she would never be good.
She would never, and now you're a complete 180.
And I don't know, it's just weird, man. I think it was just because I thought the mechanic was wrong.
Right.
I think that's the main reason, because the way I thought it was going to go, or the way I thought her gadget was going to work, was not the way that it worked.
So on my little solo podcast I did, I kind of explained to the people that these new batches of operators are both actually really cool. I like them both. But
I definitely like Cade too, or Cade.
Yeah, we call him Cade. But it made me realize how terrible Clash is as an operator.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I think it was because we were doing the random operators.
Exactly. It made us realize that that's the last person we want.
Yeah, because she's awful.
We've been flip-flopping on her for weeks now. We're like, hey, she's good, she's bad, she's good, she's bad. She's bad.
Well,
she's
I knew
bad.
once they patched the whole, you can switch your weapon,
right?
Switch from your shield to your secondary thing, and just kill people. Once they patched that, I mean, essentially she was just going to fall off anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
And I don't think can they really do anything besides, buff the damage that her shield does?
I think they already did.
Well.
Yeah.
So I guess that's a no.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a hypothetical.
Okay.
Who's a worse operator, her or Tachanka?
Man, I'm going to be honest. You were crushing it with Tachanka for 2 solid weeks.
I was. I really was.
Genuinely doing well. But I don't think anybody can... I mean, there are people that could be good with Clash, don't get me wrong. But I feel like the majority of us gamers...
us gamers out there...
would not be good with Clash.
I agree. Do you think we'll ever see her in Pro League at all? Ever?
I mean, it depends on what gets done to her. Like, as far as buffs go.
Well, you got to think, since year one, Tachanka has not gotten that big of a buff ever.
No, and I thought he was supposed to be getting like some kind of pretty much like character change, like the most massive rework of a character in the game yet. But
yeah,
I guess they didn't do it yet.
I don't think they're ever going to do it. I'm going to be honest.
I don't feel like they really need to. I mean, well, I do feel like they need to make it viable, but at the same time, it's like, hey, it's a joke anyway.
Right. But I say, so let's get into this. This is the Win Bastion special, Braxton.
Right.
By the way, I just typed in Rainbow Six Siege on Google, and you know what came up on the side? An IQ body pillow, and it's like a hentai body pillow.
Ooh.
It's on Etsy.
I mean, I'd buy it.
You know what? It's actually pretty hot.
How much is it, though?
$69.
Nope.
You wouldn't spend... If I bought that for you for Christmas, you wouldn't be happy?
That's a lot of money, dude.
She's got huge cans.
But I don't even have a body pillow.
I do. Braxton, I'm hinting at what I want for Christmas.
Perfect.
Alright, so let's get into the big Win Bastion stuff here. The first thing I want to talk about is we're not even going to talk about the operators quite yet. We kind of did a little bit, but there's this new update that I don't even know if you realize. I think I kind of gave it to you. It's like an aesthetic update where like holes in walls look different.
Yeah.
So essentially, they switched that up a little bit where they look more realistic. And
yeah,
also,
there's not as much trouble, at least like playing Mira, mainly like playing Mira on Chalet when you're in a snowmobile garage. You know how I'll put that one mirror, and a lot of people do it, and they'll blow the hole in the wall with the shotty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Before, it was like painstaking, at least on PlayStation, because all of those little wood, like the really thin wood sticks that were inside, I guess they were the studs or whatever of the wall.
Yeah.
Like they were you could not shoot them unless you aim like directly at them. Mm-hmm. But now it's like actually doing a shotgun spread where it's taking them out of the way instead.
Yeah, I like that. They added a different blood effect. It's less red. I don't know if you noticed that also.
I did not notice that.
Yeah, I remember when the game first came out, it was blood red, like it was crazy. Now I feel like I don't know why I just thought about it, but I feel like something's up with the fire spread as far as like where your reticle's at based on where you're hitting it. Mm-hmm.
Because I have a clip that I saved on my PlayStation where the dude is literally standing still. And I'm Rook with the MP5 ACOG, and it's right on his head, and he did not die.
I actually did hear that there are some, what's the word I'm looking for? Issues with this update and like fire rate going where it's supposed to go. I actually did read that.
Right, and I don't know if it's so much an issue. Like the more I've thought about it, the more it seems like it's okay. I don't know if it's so much of an issue because I was across the map spawn peeking.
Of course.
So I feel like it's kind of a way to deter people from doing that, which I feel like is not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't know if it's necessarily a bad thing or not. If anything, it'll just make people play smarter. Yeah,
but there are people that just like to be aggressive.
Oh yeah, I mean me.
Yeah, you're very aggressive. I'm anti-aggression.
Yeah.
So
that's why I say I feel like it's gonna fix some of that. I feel like the meta's gonna change a little bit as far as like defensive tactics go, but yeah, I don't really know.
Now there is another issue that people are having with is with the shield operators, Monty and Blitz, and you play a lot of Blitz.
Yeah.
So it's showing on the attackers, whoever's shooting at the Blitz, them on a totally different angle than the blitz is to the attacker. So essentially,
yeah, no, that's happened for me.
Yeah,
a million times.
Like you'll be looking at somebody and you'll think, oh, they just shot through my shield and killed me, but on the kill feed, your shield is actually turned 50 degrees to the left, and people are having an issue with that, and that's huge with these two operators because the shield is all they have. That's their thing.
Especially using him because it's hard to kind of plan tactics around something you can't help.
Yeah.
Like, what else can you do besides point your shield and run at somebody, or like hold it, like pretty much be a human drone? Like, you can't really do that if that bug is in the game.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's definitely happened to me a lot recently. I didn't really notice it as far as like I didn't think it was an actual problem. I thought it was just something that maybe I was doing wrong.
Yeah, definitely
I
not
guess
you.
it's happening to multiple people. It's probably a real thing.
Last thing I want to talk about before we get more into the Wind Bastion stuff. Let's talk about Glaz for a second. I told them on the last podcast, you and I have been back into Siege big time. We've actually been playing the game a lot more.
For sure.
That being said, I've had issues. I don't know if it's just you know how I have shaky hands, bad aim. But is it me or is Glaz bad?
With Glaz, again, this is going back to the reticle thing. That's where I have an issue. Is like he has a sniper rifle. It should be like what is it? Not distance, but where they sight it in. Like that, when you sight a weapon in, if they're going to make it a realistic game, when you sight a weapon in, you're accounting for like bullet drop and all of that, so the bullet actually lands where your reticle is at.
Yeah. No, exactly.
I feel like with a sniper rifle, it shouldn't be going all over the place. It should definitely hit wherever the reticle's at. But I feel like me and you can both agree that when we play Glaz, we have that shit right on something.
Oh, yeah.
Whether you're leading them or whether you're hitting in the head, like, it doesn't matter.
So, my big problem with Glaz is it's been taking me like 3 shots to kill somebody, and that just... for a game that prides itself on being realistic, a guy with a sniper, I don't care if you shoot him in the pinky toe 3 times. I mean, come on.
It's going to hurt a lot. Yeah.
Like, I've shot a person in the chest twice, and then I die. I'm like, okay, what?
No, I agree, and that's... I don't know, but I feel like once in the body would be too overpowered.
Oh, yeah, no. I think, like, 2 in the body, they should be dead. 1 in the head, dead.
Yeah.
Not 3, like, do. Like, I actually have to just murk him.
I think if they did 2 and then slowed his fire rate down a little.
Yeah, that's fine.
Not by much, just a little.
Which, actually, I think they should make a new operator. It doesn't have to, be, like, Glaz 2.0, but, like, just a bolt sniper guy, where it's just 1 shot, and that's it. He shoots it, and then he has to reload. But if he hits that one...
Battlefield was. I don't know if you...
you
did play Battlefield.
I'm a big Battlefield,
with the bolt action, you had to, like, undo your sight. Right. You had to get out of your scope, let it reload, then go back.
Exactly. So, it's essentially, if you land your shot, you're going to win, but if you don't, you're dead. So, it's a great trade-off there.
Right.
With Glaz, you could just go, I like that idea, but I don't know if they ever want to implement another sniper into the game. We'll see.
I feel like it'd be cool. I feel like a defensive sniper would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Like somebody that has some backstory with Glaz or something.
Yeah.
That would be sick!
Sick! Alright, Braxton, let's talk about Wind Bastion, because it is the special after all. So, I'm going to give you some questions. I'm going to do some fire rate questions. You ready?
Alright.
Who's better, Cade? Nomad.
Nomad.
Who's got the better gun, Cade or Nomad?
I like Cade's better, personally.
Do you think that their secondary weapons are the best secondary weapons in the game?
That's hard, man. The SAS one is super good.
It is.
Sledge and Smoke have.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like it. I'm going to say it's the second best.
Now, not recently, but in the past, Rainbow Six, the people for this game said they'd never want to make a secondary gun better than the primary, and now people are worried that they have done this with these two operators. Do you agree?
I haven't played much of those characters just because I'm not really the kind of player for either of them.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I see when people do play them, they're always running that scope pistol.
Yeah, no, I was playing casual earlier today, and I was bopping off. I'll say that. It's a great gun.
Is that when you texted me?
I actually texted you. I did a Maestro play that was pretty litty.
Nice.
Yeah, casuals to learn the game. But so I did talk about the new map, Fortress, on the last podcast, but that's why we're here doing it with you, Braxton. What are your thoughts on the Fortress?
I really like it.
I do as well.
I think it's more, I don't want to say open. Windy is the only word I can think of because it keeps on wrapping. Like you can get, I don't know how to describe it. Mm-hmm. It sounds stupid because really every map is like that, but I feel like every other map is pretty stagnant. I just feel like it flows really well.
No, I agree.
Like even when I didn't know the map, I felt like I was moving correctly and in the right direction.
So, last time I talked, I said that we are getting into an odd territory with Siege where we're getting these characters that are just becoming better versions of other characters. And This is a big one with Bandit and Cade. Ability-wise, Cade blows Bandit out of the water. The only thing Bandit does better than him is the Bandit trick, because it does take Cade's thing to activate, so it wouldn't work if you hear Thermite. It's not going to work.
Right. I feel like Bandit's gun is better. MP7.
No, I definitely agree.
Yeah.
But
I like his gun a lot better.
Are you worried they're going to start doing this, where you get 2.0s of everybody?
I don't think it'll happen super often. I mean, it's definitely going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody's got to be made to stop Maverick at some point.
Yeah, definitely.
I just don't know what or who.
Yeah, that's the one we thought was going to happen a while back, but now it just, I don't know.
Yeah, and that's why I feel like a lot of, I don't know, I feel like maybe the developer formula is like, okay, we made Maverick, so let's make a counter to Maverick. Okay, now we have to make a counter to Maverick, which will probably end up being a 2.0 of the character. Kind of like Thermite. Like, there was Thermite, and there was the guys that stopped hard breaching.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Thermite kept getting killed on walls, so they made Hibana who could shoot him far away. Thermite 2.0.
Right.
Then, she was still getting hard breach, and bandit tricking was a thing, so they were like, alright, let's make a dude that can't get stopped by either mute or bandit.
Right.
So
now we are bound to get a Maverick stopper.
Yeah, for sure. I think so. I mean, at some point, I feel like it'd be completely unfair if not.
I mean, minute Maverick got announced, we were pitching ideas to stop him, and they've always been the same ideas, kind of that glue, expanding glue, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely think we're getting that. But,
I do like the fact that Kate can stop patches.
That's his big thing, and that's pretty
my
huge.
favorite part about him.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like that because it just kind of shuts them down. Like, the only way they could stop that is coming downstairs. It's actually his best
and that's
feature.
why I say it's super nice to have that on your side.
It's also really nice to have him and Bandit. I said this last time. Have both of them.
Yeah.
One shut down main floor and one shut down the floor above you. That's great.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's very true because you can shut down multiple hatches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So overall, I want your new rating system now that you've gotten these operators and the map. So right now, Nomad, you gave her like a 3 last time.
I think I gave her a 1.
I think you did.
I was like, I even said, I was like, there's no way that this gadget can be good. But I can't defend myself. I don't have any excuse. I thought it was just a different gadget. But anyways, Nomad, I'm going to give a 6.8 out of 10.
What was that, 6.8?
Yep.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Solid score, yeah. Like, she's a solid operator. I would never be upset.
All right. Now let's talk about Cade. I think you gave him a 7 or a 6.
Yeah, I'm probably going to stay around the same. I think I'm going to give him like a 7.2, mainly because the hatch thing is so important.
That's pretty good. And now, finally, Fortress. What do you give that?
Man, I love Fortress. I'm going to say we're gonna round it off. We're just going to give it an 8.
Wow, an 8?
Yeah.
All right, Braxton, you know what time it is. It's time for Jason's Rapid Would You Rather. So here we go. Fortress or Villa?
Fortress.
Fortress or Cafe?
Cafe. I love Cafe.
Fortress or Border?
Border.
Okay. Fortress or Yacht?
Fortress.
Okay. Fortress or Favela?
Favela.
Yeah. Why am I? What's the one with the pool? The Jackal one.
Coastline.
Coastline. Fortress or Coastline?
Fortress.
Really?
Yeah.
I really like Coastline.
I like Coastline alright. I don't know.
All right.
I'm not like a massive fan.
Last one. Fortress or Bank? Yeah.
I want to say Bank.
Okay, so it fared pretty well.
Yeah, they were all, well, besides Border, they were all up in the air.
Yeah. So you what is your favorite map?
Oregon, for sure.
I agree. I like that map a lot.
Oregon's my favorite. And it's based off Waco. Like, it's got backstory.
You answered that pretty quick, too. I was expecting a little mole over there, but...
It's because I've thought about it so much. I've asked so many people, like, what their favorite map is.
Now, what about... I know every time we get Skyscraper, you like that one.
What? Sorry.
Skyscraper. I know you always like Skyscraper.
I really do like Skyscraper. I think that's the most fun map.
I would agree.
That's just my I really like House. I think that one's fun.
House is fun. Now going through all these, is your least favorite map? Is it Tower or is it the University, Bartlett?
Tower grew on me. I don't mind playing Tower anymore. University will always be the worst map in the game.
I think that's the only map that never came back, right?
Yeah, because it was so bad. And I said it before they were even going to take it out of the game. I was talking about how awful that map was.
Wow. I loved it.
I don't know why, dude. It's so closed off. It doesn't flow well. The spawn peaks were terrible.
Oh, yeah. They were bad. Okay, I'm going to put up a poll on our Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Do they agree with you or do they agree with me? Was Bartlett a good map?
Was Bartlett University the worst map you ever played? No. Was it bad or was it good?
Was it bad or was it good? That's it.
It's awful.
No, you're wrong. You're just wrong.
You're fucking wrong.
Whoa! Okay. So, Braxton, like I said, I told them on our last podcast, you just got another PlayStation.
I did.
And that's been getting us to play Rainbow Six. I think in the past 6 months, we've been playing Rainbow Six the most in the past couple weeks.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I've gotten a lot. I've switched up my characters, too. Like, my defenders, I don't run Mira as much anymore.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
I feel better. I don't know. I just feel better with Legion, man. The gun, mainly.
He's great.
And I think it's because we've been playing so much casual, too. Because on rank, I'll usually run Mira.
Yeah, for sure. Well, to explain that, we've been playing so much casual, we have a new friend we just introduced to a Rainbow Six. And, he's not ranked up enough to play ranked. Also that, and sometimes you just want to have fun, hang out with your friends. I'm not going to name names. There are certain friends of ours that take the game very seriously.
Ethan Edwards.
I guess you're gonna name names. Okay.
Oops.
All right, just tell him at 24 minutes into the podcast we name him out. 24 minutes in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's just a casual game. I actually do want to talk about different games. Actually, we said we were going to do this. A lot of these games nowadays, they don't gratify you as much. I talked about this on the last podcast, especially Fortnite. Fortnite is a game where it banks on you to fail 99% of the time. But that 1% when you do win, they want you to feel so good that you won that you'll come back and play it more. You want that feeling again. It's like a drug.
That exhilaration, yeah. Of like, oh my god, I'm the last one, I'm the last two, whatever it is.
It is the arcade sense of like, these games are made for you to lose, but if you do win, that's great for you. Like games like Donkey Kong, you're not meant to win, but people are going to master that game, but they'll also pay 150 quarters, so they don't give a shit. A game like Rainbow Six...
I definitely agree.
What?
I said I definitely agree with you.
Yeah. Especially casual with there's nothing on the line. You lose, big
what's
deal.
the point?
If you win, great. With ranked, it's totally different, so we're kind of staying away from that. That's why I love a single-player game a lot, where you can choose the difficulty. That's why, games like Red Dead and Spider-Man and Hitman, which I just got Hitman, too. Very good game.
I've read some reviews on it.
Yeah. Have you ever played a Hitman?
No, I've played Splinter Cell and freaking, what's the other one, dude, with Snake?
Oh, Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
See, I like the stealth games a lot. Yeah, so those are good stealth games.
Yeah, I think they're super fun.
Yeah, agreed.
We have been playing a lot of Overwatch lately, too.
Yeah, let's talk about Overwatch.
I'm really in love with Overwatch recently.
Do you want to play some tonight, too?
I would love to play some Overwatch, dude.
All right, good. We'll play some. Well, now you got the new winter skins out.
I know, and I want to grind them, dude. I want that Lucio. I want that Winston.
Now, let's talk about, Fortnite had the winter cycle. They're bringing out all their winter stuff. They even made the game winter. Same with Overwatch. They have these new winter skins, all that. Rainbow Six doesn't seem to care.
Yeah, no, not really. I don't think that's their market, though. I think their market is a different age bracket, mainly.
You think Rainbow Six is more for...
I'm 24 years old, and when winter skins come out on Overwatch, I'm hyped.
Right. Now, I remember that when Rainbow Six kind of got a little wacky, and they created all these, movie masks and stuff, like Jigsaw for Valkyrie, all those. They had, a Rorschach for Doc, and those were fun. Those were cool. They did it for Halloween, too. You see all these monster, makeup stuff, and those are really cool. And I don't understand. I think people do get excited for these wacky skins. Why not do it more? You could still make a game realistic and be wacky at the same time.
Yeah, show a goofy side. They've done it before. They had and it's not really goofy, I guess, but they had the Jason Buck skin for Halloween.
Yeah.
Super cool, man.
Super cool.
I thought it was a great idea. I'm sure you don't want Sledge running around as Santa, but
right.
They could come up with an icy blue skin, or he's got an ice pick or something. Just random stuff like that. I
think the game, and we just talked about this game that balances that a lot, and you probably don't know it as well as I do. Is actually Hitman is a game where it's about a hitman and he's assigned to assassin stuff, but there is so much wacky stuff in that game that it's this is great. I could play the game as a normal assassin, or I could play the game wacky. It doesn't change the fact that it's a serious game.
Right.
You can dress up like a flamingo and kill somebody, but that's wacky and funny. And if I showed my best friend, hey, come over here, look at this, I'm killing a guy as a flamingo, they'd be like, oh, that's cool, but it's still a serious game. That's what I think they need to realize. Fortnite's not a serious game. And Overwatch is more competitive than anything, so I don't know. I would love to see some funny, wacky skins in the game. I'm sure they would make money too.
Oh yeah, they definitely would. I'd buy them.
Yeah. Is it okay? Since we're gonna close up in a minute, Brad, let's talk. What wacky skin would you want in Rainbow Six?
Ooh, that's good.
All right, I'm gonna give you one.
Think holidays. I'll go.
What if Tachanka had a Thanos skin?
I don't know. I definitely want to kill him all the time.
Right? What if they did?
Like something simple, like say Halloween, they did somebody had like a skeleton skin. That would be sick.
Oh, that would be great.
Or you know how what's his face Echo has that Anya mask skin.
Oh yeah, I have it.
Super cool.
I think that's my favorite mask in the game.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like something like that, or like somebody be a Reaver.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be cool because it's dark. Like it's not making you poke and stand out in the map.
Right.
It's not like hindering you in that way. It looks badass.
The best, in my opinion, the best skins and stuff are the ones that do stand out. Like, for instance, a Blackbeard has a lot of those where he's got like the top hat one.
Yeah, he looks like a pirate.
Yeah, I have the pirate one. That's one of my favorite ones. You know,
the Spartan one.
That one's cool. Like,
so cool.
I think he's the leader in the wacky skins category.
Yeah,
and it's cool. Like,
I agree because I want both of those.
Yeah, and they also need to give skins to the newer operators. Like, as much like you love Legion, if you didn't get that beach headgear that they gave out, you're looking like a normal Legion. Like, I love when a character looks different. Yeah,
me too. And I don't know. That's why I like those Capri Sun. They did those, like the Capri Sun things.
Yeah.
The summertime packs. Those were cool.
Yeah, they did the Twitch Prime stuff and changed something up.
They had a freaking football helmet for Castle.
That was cool.
Yeah, more of that.
Nobody's gonna notice that your mask is blue instead of black. You know, they'll notice if you're wearing a totally different thing. That's why sometimes it just feels lazy when they just plop on a reskin of, a recoloring of something instead of just doing something new. That's where they don't care. But
no, I agree. It's pretty lame.
Yeah. But win Bastion altogether, where do you rank it? Do you think it's better than Grim Sky?
I feel like it's at a way better place than Grim Sky was.
Yeah.
I feel like there were a lot of issues.
So that gave us Maverick, but it also gave us Clash, and what did it give us? Villa?
Clash is shite.
No, it didn't give us Villa. What did it give us? Oh, the Hartford base.
Yeah, it was the rework of
Hartford. Let's talk about that for a second. Rework is trash doo-doo, right?
Yeah, we both hate that map.
I just revert it back or just take it out of the game. I just don't like it. I really don't think it's fun.
Yeah, I don't think it should be in ranked.
Yeah, it's definitely something that shouldn't be in ranked. I didn't really feel like, of all the maps, that wasn't the one people were like, please rework this map.
Right.
So, it is what it is.
Yeah, I hope it gets better. I don't know, or they take it out so that I don't have to play it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I would rather play, and I don't think this map is bad. Obviously, it's not in ranked for a reason, but I would rather play like Airplane or Yacht than play that map.
Airplane's fun, man.
I think Airplane's great.
Airplane's a lot of laughs.
It really is, especially when there's a glass.
Or like a blitz charging at you.
Well, that's your MO.
Map of all time.
So, yeah, I want to talk, before we go, Blitz, what is with you and Blitz lately, man?
I don't know. I feel like he's a solid character. With the whole reticle thing going on, I'm still trying to figure it out, so I'm not super confident in my gunfighting right now.
Right.
Because I've only been averaging 3 kills a game, maybe.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what casual's for, is to work these kinks out. So when you do bring it to ranked, you're like, okay, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Plus, I feel like I'm the only one that communicates sometimes. So I feel like if I'm a character like Blitz, then literally all I'm doing is communicate.
Honestly, I will say, in the group we have, you are the top communicator. I'm actually one of the worst.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Mitch ran into a room, and we thought he was in a different corner. You were looking at him, and we were like, oh, he's in that corner, he's in that corner. So he turned, and he was not in that corner. He was at the one that you were looking at. And you were looking at him. You went, oh, sorry, dude, I should have told you.
See, with me is I think I can win every gunfight, so I don't even say anything.
Right.
And I should say, oh, he's right here, then take the gunfight. And that's just something while learning casual, you know?
No, I agree.
The worst person, we got a guy on there called, his name is Noah.
Trash bag.
And he's the kind, and I'm sure everybody experiences this kind of person in Siege where they go, oh, he's right here! Like,
oh, absolutely, yeah.
What the fuck? Where's here, asshole?
Yeah, because you don't know, and I mean, you're not paying attention to where everybody else's character is, especially if they're behind you. Mm-hmm. There's no way that you can tell where they're at.
Exactly. Wow. A 35-minute podcast. Hopefully people are happy.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they might miss Pat, but I doubt it.
Braxton, that is the funniest joke you've made on this podcast.
I thought it was really good. I thought the delivery was perfect.
Right. I don't think anybody would ever miss Pat. I'm sure if his mom listened to this podcast, she's probably like, oh, thank God, he's not on the fucking podcast.
Jesus Christ. All right, well, I'm about to order some burgers.
All right, Braxton, you order that Burger King. I'll text you in a minute because we're going to be playing some Overwatch and Siege.
Let's do it. I'll be home in 5.
All right. Peace out, brother.
Peace, guys.
So that's Braxton. He's gone. May he rest in peace. Well, I do want to make a send-off here. It is Christmas time. We've gotten a lot of people ordering the shirts. Thank you again. We'd love to take a picture with your shirt. Send it to me. We'll make a little collage. It'll be fun. I think my voice just cracked when I said collage. I'm going to be honest. Other than that, thank you, everybody. A lot of people are tuning in to the Twitch account, too. Shout out to Calvary. We want to have you on the podcast soon, buddy. Last thing, we aren't going to have these delays anymore. The only reason we had these delays is because I wanted to have everybody here for the Win Bastion special. Obviously Pat's not here. Pat has been extremely busy. It's finals. It is finals time. So we're going to get Pat on here soon. We love you, Patrick, and we hope everything with your cousin case works out. I told you shouldn't be dating your cousin, though. But that is it for us this week. Next week, what do we want to talk about next week? They added airplanes to Fortnite, so that game's shit now. Who went, you know what they need to add in Fortnite? An ultimate sword and airplanes. Fuck Fortnite, that game is trash doo-doo. That's why we didn't make a Fortnite gameplay or what podcast shit ass. Remember when we never used to curse on this show? That's gone. Well, anyway, guys, don't forget to swap those mags, and I'll see you next
In a life-threatening situation,
Peace.
the average person's heartbeat can be upwards of 175 beats per minute. A well-trained tango is able to stay cool, keep calm. Their heart rates can be 70 to 100 beats per minute. But by the time I'm done, that number goes down to 0.